Hey guys, it is I, Kuroninja, and if you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I'm the #1 Bouquet fan. Since day one, I've been a big fan of Bouquet, but there wasn't enough material to make a video about her until now. So get ready, because I'm about to show you why I am the #1 Bouquet fan. In case you haven't watched Gozyuger or you forgot who she is, Bouquet is one of the villains of the season, but she's the least villainous out of all of them. Her full title is Gi no Bouquet. Gi can be translated to kindness or compassion, but it also sounds like the AI. You see, Gozyuger has two themes. The first is marriage, and the second is AI. What connects these two themes together is their association with love. For marriage, it's self-explanatory, but the Japanese word for love is ai, which is spelt like AI in Romaji. Now, there are many different ways to love someone or something, not just romantically. There's also platonic love and familial love, and a lot of these different types of love have been represented between the different characters in Gozyuger, but I only want to focus on Bouquet for this video. One of Bouquet's defining characteristics is that she is a fan of Rikuo Byakuya, my favorite Gozyuger. I'm slowly becoming more of a Mashiro fan. Rikuo and Bouquet is a popular pairing in the Gozyuger fandom, but I don't agree with it, and I'm going to explain why. As an idol fan myself, I can tell you the feelings that Bouquet has for Rikuo are not romantic. The best way I can describe the love Bouquet has for Rikuo is that it's the love for Rikuo as an idol. Bouquet doesn't love Rikuo romantically as a person. She's just being an idol otaku. Now, I know that some of you don't like idols, but this is more about otaku in general. The word otaku means more than just being a fan of something. I know that some of you regularly watch tokusatsu, that's why you're interested in this video. But if you love tokusatsu so much that you're familiar with the history, you know some obscure fun facts about the production or the cast, you have a collection of artifacts and merchandise and maybe an entire shelf in your room dedicated to said merchandise, then that would make you a tokusatsu otaku. If you want to understand the kind of feelings Bouquet has for Rikuo, I want you to think of how much you love your favorite tokusatsu of all time. Now, the thing with being a big fan of something is that you'll probably have a strong reaction to any detractors of whatever it is you're passionate about. If you don't know what I mean, all you have to do is ask me what I think about Aka Red, or Red Sentai Rangers in general. For this reason, Bouquet's main enemy is Gozu Leon, and the blue Tega Sword, which is ironic because Rikuo is Gozu Leon. But it started in episode 3, when Bouquet's mecha, Calendius, was damaged by Tega Sword Blue, which also damaged some of the Rikuo merch Bouquet got from the Bukpan. Now, the thing with Bouquet is that she didn't get a lot of spotlight on her in the early episodes until episode 27, where she gets amnesia and has to travel with Mashiro to find out who she really is. But episode 27 isn't that important for this video, because its main purpose is to set up the plot for episode 28, which has a lot of information about Bouquet. Episode 28 gives us more insight into Bouquet's character, not from what she does, or from what has been taken away. The main villain of episode 28 is Kuon's second in command, an AI researcher named Arata Setsuna. Although he bears an uncanny resemblance to a certain Blue Ranger, he is not the Kira Major Universe Senshi. Instead, he is the Universe Senshi representative of Battle Fever, and he has the ability to put people to sleep, just like the 33rd episode of Kaku Ranger. Arata captures the Gozyugers and Bouquet, and then he uses her to summon an Aizer and then brainwashes her. What happens next in episode 28 is what reveals a lot more about Bouquet's character. It turns out she's a very dangerous fighter, but in the previous fights, it seems she was holding back on purpose because of her kindness, and this is revealed in a fight against her teammate Fire Candle, who is known for his camaraderie. In fact, he knows all the names of the other Briden generals, so of course he would want to try everything to bring Bouquet back. But it's not until Fire Candle shows her a picture of Rikuo that she starts to get her memory back. But how did the picture of Rikuo get her memory back? Earlier I briefly mentioned that I'm a fan of J-pop idols, and this is a fandom that is highly misunderstood. A lot of people think that idols aren't very good singers, and I agree, most idols aren't good at singing, but the main draw of idols isn't strictly the music. In Bouquet's case, Rikuo only has one song, but the main draw of idols is that they are reaching out and creating a sense of hope or connection. It's about being an inspiration. That's also something people feel about a show like Super Sentai or Kamen Rider. So when Bouquet got her memories back from her autographed photo of Rikuo, I understood what was going on. One of my favorite idols of all time, and someone I once considered my kamiyoshi, is Sayumi Michishige. Although she retired from live performances this year, there were a few things about her that reminded me of myself. But an idol I resonate with more is someone who's more unorthodox. Someone from the idol group Plank Stars, named Momoshikiya Furuki no Kibano Shinobuni mo Naoama Ryaru Mukashi na Rikeri, also known as Mori. Most idols stick with a standard image that focuses on their cuteness because it's a formula that works, but Mori was more open, and she had a cool image that sometimes leaned more towards the macabre or mildly suggestive. And she's not the first person you'd think of when you picture a J-pop idol. Plank Stars has disbanded, so right now my favorite idol who's currently active is Kamishiro Rose from the idol group GMA. If you don't understand what I'm saying, there's probably a certain season or character from Super Sentai or Kamen Rider or any other tokusatsu that had a major impact on your life. This is what I like about Bouquet. She reminds me about how passionate I am about the things I like. When Gozyuger's cast was revealed, that was around the time Plank Stars was close to disbanding, and so the appearance of Bouquet gave me hope that she could fill the void left behind by Mori. If it didn't work out, there was still Kamishiro Rose from GMA and Hiroko Amano from Brave Mental Orchestra, but I'm glad it did, because Gozyuger is one of the most interesting Sentai seasons I've ever watched. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm sure by now you will agree that I am the #1 Bouquet fan. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and remember, I have nothing to do with Kuroninja.